Our boy Jeffy Bezzy gets about $20 billion richer every year. But he's only paying 0.98% of that in taxes. And his other billionaire buddies, they're also paying next to nothing. I guess I'm a sucker. Because when I make money, I'm paying almost 30% of it in taxes. Why are literal billionaires paying a lower tax rate than regular people like you and me? It's because most of their wealth comes from stock that they don't sell. And we don't tax stock holdings in the US. Until stock is sold, it's treated as theoretical value, unrealized gains, and it's exempt from taxation. They pay some taxes on their salary and stock sales, but that's minimal next to their unsold stock, which grows and grows tax-free. Now, maybe you think it makes sense that it works this way. I mean, you don't only benefit from stock until you sell it, so why should you have to pay taxes on it before? But these billionaires are very much benefiting from their holdings. How do you think Elon funded SpaceX or Neuralink or his $200 million donation to Trump? By borrowing. He's borrowed tens of billions with loans using his Tesla stock as collateral. Why? Because it gives him money to spend without forcing him to sell his stock and thus pay taxes. Borrowing is the secret that allows billionaires to run around spending all this money while avoiding taxes. Sure, they're going to pay interest on the loans, but it's going to be way less than what they'd pay in taxes. And it wouldn't be possible if they didn't have so much stock to put up as collateral. So don't tell me that billionaires aren't benefiting from their unsold stock. They absolutely are. Borrowing against stock is a huge loophole for the ultra-rich to defer their tax bills indefinitely. And it's not a strategy that regular people do. When the rest of us borrow large sums, it's typically done against our homes. Millions of everyday people use their house as collateral for loans. But get this. There's no loophole for us, because every year our property is taxed based on its market value. That's called property taxes. Sure, you can take out a loan against your home, but that privilege isn't free. You have to pay a tax. Homeowners pay taxes on their assets, but shareholders don't. It makes no sense, and it's not fair. Here's what would be the most fair. Expand the property tax concept to include all your assets. Not just property, but your stock too, and everything else. That's called a wealth tax, and it's the most effective way to make sure we're all chipping in a fair amount, no loopholes, and our country can run smoothly. A 1% wealth tax would easily fund free college for all and universal childcare. Just something to think about. Tax the rich.